What tough decisions have you made to deal with higher prices?
Well, when we go grocery shopping, if something's exorbitant, we just don't eat it. We're just shopping smarter. We'll shop the bargains or the 50% off in the morning. Travel-wise, we've got a travel van, not a brand new one. And, we use that as our hotel expenses type thing. Just whatever we have, we might be in the game, but it's not the top of the line, but we're still doing it.
I had to change my position at work to help with my childcare because childcare is so expensive that it would have made more sense for me to quit my job and stay at home than to pay over $1,000 a month in childcare. So they were able to give me a position on night shift so that I could spend the days with my children and take care of them.
Well, I live with roommates, and I live with this one as well. I have her about 4 days a week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I living with roommates, not being able to afford like a single bedroom like normal, like you normally would be able to, working even a minimum wage job. Minimum wage job you can barely get anything done with that. You need some sort of extra income.
I don't necessarily know if I've made any tough decisions, but I've definitely made some sacrifices and deal with higher gas prices. I try not to take my own personal vehicle. I try to bike, use the transportation system more often. Higher prices like groceries, stuff like that. Just got to be a little bit more aware of what you're purchasing and where what you're buying is coming from.
Getting extra jobs. Multiple jobs. Cutting down on our quality of food because we can't afford good quality food.
Yeah, having to eat at home, but then also not having the proper food, because you can't afford the proper food. So,
well, my car definitely needs to be fixed, and I have not done that. I think paying for cheaper food rather than food that might be local or better for me. Things are expensive right now, so it's definitely a little difficult to make do with the wages that we have, but I'm getting by.
I grow most of my food now. It's the only way we can buy groceries. We just go to the backyard, down to the basement, root cellar. Yeah, that's what we've had to do.
The prices are going up. Everything is through the roof in the grocery stores, so definitely seafood is less of an option these days. Like no lobster, you don't have the opportunity to get those luxury items anymore.
I'm drinking less beer. Disposable income is shrinking, so as a result of that, many of our day-to-day decisions are being changed as we move along. So less trips in the car, less vacations, less luxury items, and
Basically, buy local, buy less. I think that's the key. Buy what you need. And I think supporting local is the most important thing. And then you realize when you support local, you just end up buying less.
We don't buy in bulk anymore. A big grocery. We look at Flip. We tend to look at all the flyers now.
Yes, I take a little more time when I look at the flyers now when I'm buying groceries. I go through them in detail and find out what's on sale. So yeah, I spend a lot of time.
Oh yes, we have to make decisions every day. We try to hit all the sales possible, and we go to different stores and outlets to get the best deals possible, because it's just crazy the way the inflation is.
I think definitely. I've had to just cut back on some purchases, think about my money a lot more in general, and maybe just cut out some expenses and make some better judgments on what is discretionary and what is needed.
Absolutely. I definitely think twice about where I'm driving in my car because the cost of gas is so much higher, and I definitely see the difference in the food prices as well.
Getting like an extra, getting a little treat, having to cut back on the things that make life fun, having to cut back on those things.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the kiddo. I mean, honestly, she's our only child, and we plan to probably only have one child. We cannot afford to have more children. I know lots of people that are actually in the same boat. You can't properly do it. If you want to send them to school and everything like that, everything's just way too expensive.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every day it's, there's no extras. It's very much you just have to focus on getting through each month and making sure the bills are covered and the groceries. Like, there's no getting ahead no matter how much you try in this economy. For example, my husband works away, and in order for, us to keep things functioning, I have to stay home with our kids because childcare is such an impossible feat. So we have to make sacrifices in order to make that work. But yeah, it's next to impossible.